What up, y'all? As you can tell, it's like just me in the parking lot. This is how I like it. Fuck all y'all pussy motherfuckers. Doug's hitting on his white girlfriend. I just went and talked to him. Alan wants to spit in it.
There's a wonderful story you may also have read by a German writer von Kleist about a boxing match with a bear. The man can never defeat this bear because the bear always knows his plans in advance and is ready to deal with any situation. The only way to get through to the bear would be to hit the bear without having first intended to do so. That would catch him.
Get it?
And so this is one of the great problems in the spiritual life, or whatever you want to call it, is to be able to have intention and act simultaneous.
Misdirection.
By this means, you escape karma and you escape the devil.
Hey, don't plan anything. You're just advertising your bullshit. Like, am I gonna eat this rice right here? See? There's rice on the table. No. Thought about it, but I'm not. Just gonna dump it outside. Just like I dumped my beer outside. I didn't drink it all, so I don't give a fuck. Am I gonna smoke weed? There's a 95% chance that's happening. May or may not be on camera, I don't really know. Fuck it. This could be my last time to ever smoke weed. I mean, not true, but...
So, you might say that the Taoist is exemplary in this respect. That this is getting free from karma without making any previous announcement.
Oh yeah, they wanted $45 for the land paddle, and I left 20 cash and an eighth of weed.
Supposing we have a train and we want to unload the train.
I haven't heard from them.
Freight car.
I'm sure they're like...
You can go to the back end and you can unload
Street value, I gave them a good deal.
And shunt them into the siding. But the simplest of all ways of unloading
but if you don't smoke
is to uncouple
it's just
between the
terrifying.
engine and the first car, and that gets rid of the whole bunch at once. And it is in that sort of way, you see, that the Taoist gets rid of karma without challenging it. And so it has the reputation, you see, of being the easy way. There are all kinds of yogas and ways for people who want to be difficult. And one of the great gambits of a man like Gurdjieff was to make it all seem as difficult as possible, because that challenged the vanity of his students. if some teacher, some guru says, really, this isn't difficult at all, it's perfectly easy, some people will say, oh, he's not really the real thing. We want something tough and difficult, and when we see somebody starts out giving you a discipline that's very, very weird and rigid, people think, now there is the thing. That man means business. See? And so they flatter themselves by going to such a guy that they are serious students, whereas the other people are only dabblers and so on. All right, if you have to do it that way, that's the way you have to do it. But the Taoist is the kind of person who shows you the shortcut and shows you how to do it by intelligence rather than effort. Is in that sense what everybody is looking for. The easy way in, the shortcut, using cleverness instead of muscle. Domain of ways of liberation, there are routes for the stupid people and routes for the intelligent people, and the latter are faster. This was perfectly clearly explained by Huainan, the sixth patriarch of Zen in China, in his sutra, where he says the difference between the gradual school and the sudden school is they both arrive at the same point, but the gradual is for slow-witted people, and the sudden is for fast-witted people. Can you, in other words, find a way that sees into your own nature, that sees into the Tao immediately? And at the end of this morning's talk, I pointed out to you the immediate way, the way through now. When you know that this moment is the Tao, and this moment is considered by itself, without past and without future, eternal, neither coming into being nor going out of being, there is nirvana. century Japanese Zen Buddhist, studied in China. And he wrote a book called Shobogenzo.
Shobogenzo.
A Roshi recently said to me in Japan, that's a terrible book, because it tells you everything.
Yes.
It gives the whole secret away. But in the course of this book, he says, there is no such thing as a progression in time. The spring does not become the summer. There is first spring, and then there is summer. So in the same way, you now do not become you later. This is T.S. Eliot's idea in 4 Quartets, where he says that the person who has settled down in the train to read the newspaper is not the same person who stepped onto the train from the platform.
Isn't that crazy?
And therefore also you who sit here are not the same people who came in at the door. These states are separate, each in its own place. There was the coming in at the door person, but there is actually only the here and now sitting person. And the person sitting here and now is not the person who will die.
This bag thing is cool, but I don't know. First of all, that is never tight, so it's just going off like gravity friction. And like I can't see in there, so it's like everything's fucked up. I don't know, bro. It's just I do gain that and the other side, and this front cool pouch, which is pretty dope, honestly. So I don't know. That's a definite fuck off, because the middle thing is so out of balance. Like, that's junk. I don't give a fuck. I don't care yet. I will huck that into the great abyss. Beers! I mean, I could definitely fill one with garlic. Whoa. There was an earth-shattering event that just happened. What was that? Really? Is that what reality's doing it to me right now? Why? I had a couple beers. I'm like the most responsible beersman you've ever met. I'm like getting shit done, having fun, activating my personality. Alan Watsich. Yeah, I never listen to Alan Watts unless I'm on drugs.
That our seeming to go along in a course
The courteous
of time
after drugs comment
really
over the shoulder look. Everyone's done it. Everyone knows it. It's a thing. Oh, curveball. Drug music just got better. Has just gotten better every year. This is just, what, a bullshit trance beat? But sort of synthwavy? Yeah.
The Buddhists say suffering exists, but no one who suffers. Deeds exist, but no doers are found. A path there is, but no one who follows it. And nirvana is, but no one who attains it.
Sea salt all day. This is so much better than the lime one. I mean, ignore the substances in my bloodstream. Seriously. It's honestly like a McDonald's Happy Meal. That's how I lead into my breakdowns. Wow. Are they like Irish? Are they Irish or Mexican? Huh. 5 kids. Wow. 1990. So I was 3. I was as young as this little fuckhead. Or maybe that fuckhead? I don't know. Probably him.
In this way, they look upon
He's probably the coolest.
the continuity of life as the same sort of illusion that is produced when you take a cigarette and in the dark whirl it, and the illusion of the circle is created, whereas there is only the one point of fire.
Yeah.
The argument then is,
That's so cool.
so long as you're in the present, there aren't any problems.
Time out. Alan.
The problems
Believe
exist
me.
only when you allow presence to amalgamate.
Time out. It feels great outside. Oh shit. Dude, this just made me want a glove. That's tight. That's my 2020 wish for myself. If I have to give up a Nintendo DS to glove, I will. 100%. No doubt. If I have to give up a musical instrument to glove, 100% done.
One thought follows another without hesitation. The
That was
thought
deep
arises, it
secret
doesn't
right
wait to arise. As when you clap your hands, the sound issues without hesitation. When you strike flint, the spark comes out. It doesn't wait to come out. And that means that there's no block. Thought, 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 nyan, 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 describes what we call in our world the stream of consciousness.
I have like a
Blocking
bacon flavor in my
consists
mouth right now. It's weird.
in letting the stream become connected, chained together, in such a way that when the present thought arises, it seems to be dragging its past or resisting its future. When then the connection, the dragging, it's better to call it, of these thoughts drops, you've broken the chain of karma. to be in a position where you no longer feel the symbol, the thought, the idea, the word, as a block to life. No longer feel it as something you are using as a sort of means of escape. To be able to use the symbol not as means of escape, you have to know in the first place that you can't escape. And not only that you can't escape, but there is no one to escape. There is no one to be delivered from the prison of life. That, then, the liberation of the mind from identifying itself with symbols is the same process exactly as breaking up the links between the successive moments. The illusion of a self, a continuing self that travels from moment to moment and picks them all up, corresponding to the illusion of the moving water in the wave and the moving the solid circle created by the moving cigarette point in the dark.
There you go. That is. If I ever had a statue. Wrong drug products. Virgos are the dumbest terrorists. That's my logo. Those are my drugs.
If you think of this in comparison with certain problems in music, it's very interesting. Because when we listen to music, we hear melody only because we remember the sequence. We hear the intervals between the tones, but more than that, we remember the tones that led up to the one we are now hearing, and we are trained musically to anticipate certain consequences. And to the extent that we get the consequences we anticipate, we feel that we understand the music. But to the extent that the composer does not adhere to the rules and gives us unexpected consequences, we feel that we don't understand the music. And if he gives us harmonic relationships, which we are not trained to accept, that is to say, to expect, we say, well, this man is just writing garbage.
He's a gentleman.
But of course, it becomes apparent that the perception of music, the ability to hear melody, will depend upon a relationship between past, present, and future sounds. And you might say, well, you're talking about a way of living that would be equivalent to listening to music with a tone-deaf mind. So that you would eliminate the melody and have only noise. And so in your Taoist way of life, you would eliminate all meaning and have only senseless present moments.
Steak.